Welcome to day 6. Love as a being. I've been having technical issues with this camera. It keeps on cutting me off. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry for the delay in the videos. Just been dealing with this camera. It's just, whoa, getting to me. I'm not sure if what recorded what. This is the third time. I'm hoping it doesn't stop this time. Fingers crossed. The vibes, universe, what's going on? Trying to tell me. We're talking about love as a being. I want to know how I can be love as a being. You know? How can I walk in the streets and just radiate love? How can I enhance love to my friends and family in my relationship? How can I love my partner more? How can I love my siblings more, my children, my colleagues, my business partners? And so welcome to the journey to true love. Day 6, love as a being. So love as a being, going right into it, just looking at history, the prophets who have shown so much love, the revolutionaries who've shown so much love, up until recently, where we find people burning themselves just because they're protesting something for something that they love. Love as a being, as a word, as an action, in motion, right? We often associate love with just the emotional side. We don't associate love with all our multidimensional selves, such as our thoughts, the things that we say, the things that we do, the physical side of how we interact with our world. When we look at all our multidimensional sides, when we look at our energy centers, they all require love so that you can bring out the best potential of each energy center. So what it means for us as beings to walk, talk, listen, interact with the world as love. People who have portrayed this in the past, what has happened to them? From musicians who have been able to unite thousands, millions of people with love through their music, through their arts, through people in architecture, engineers, people inventing things because of the love that they have. Now, I was thinking that because of this series of love and the journey to true love, it might seem like I'm being biased and being maybe too optimistic and too positive and not touching on the negative aspects of things. Yes, we do need balance. So because of this journey that I'm taking right now and with the goals that I've set during this month of Ramadan, while fasting was to cleanse my mind, body, and spirit, and thus talking about love, thinking about love, meditating on love is just the best way that I felt to realign myself, to get myself to the true being, the original being who I know I am. But there's a whole lot of layers and a whole lot of walls and a whole lot of learning for me to get through. And thus, I have no problem with starting from the bottom and really working towards this journey of finding true love. By understanding myself, by learning to love myself, by really walking the path. So as this platform is open to y'all to comment, to share your wisdom, to share your insights, your experiences, your advices, and if you're okay with it, I'll be happy to share it in the next following videos. So I will get to talk about the other side, just that now I'm reconditioning my mind, my body, my spirit through love. So I'm not trying to be naive or just trying to focus on just, a fairy tale and a fantasy. There's the dark side to love. I mentioned it, and I have mentioned it in the previous videos, but I don't go deep in those darker sides of love and what love can do, when it's not properly aligned. So, love is a being, talking about people who've done so many things, people who've sacrificed themselves because they love the people, they love the environment and what they've done to show their love through themselves, and the ultimate sacrifice, right? The ultimate sacrifice for love. So as I learn to love myself, to accept myself for who I am, to come out of my shell, to break off the chains that I've kind of trapped myself in, the prisons that I've created, the things that I've accepted from society to define me. So it's a wash away, it's a breaking of all of that stuff to just stay with a pure, clean diamond soul, that love being. So each one teach one, share your wisdom. Let me know what love as a being means to you, and let's just be real with it. And you guys know I always go in and see who out there be talking about the same concepts, the same topics, and the same subjects on the internet, and let's just review some of those. Is being in love a state of being? When you're in love with someone, and is that a state of being love? Because you're in love with someone, that's you are a love. That's you are a love being. Limerence is considered as a cognitive and emotional state of being, emotionally attached to or even obsessed with another person, and is typically experienced involuntarily and characterized by a strong desire for reciprocation of one's feelings, a near obsessive form of romantic love. Limerence, bro. Don't know what limerence means, but that's what it's considered as. You can check limerence on Wikipedia. That's crazy. Learning new things every day. When you're in love with love, you are in a relationship for its benefits, and you cower away from more difficult aspects. By cower, I mean you don't address them, or you don't go about dealing with things in a healthy and respectful way. That's powerful. I'll just touch even on my history, man. In my pursuit for love in the past, I was always fascinated about the Creator. Who is this mysterious being who's responsible for all of this? And thus went to study all sorts of religions and traditions, cultures, and practices to get to the core of love. And one of the things that was a recurring concept was the love of the Creator becoming so much that I kind of forget about the creation. And with so many psychological, religious, spiritual beliefs, traps, all these things that are set within society, where one has to protect their belief, we often find that I would overlook, the tiny little things that if you can love the Creator of the heavens and earth, you need to love creation. I touched on that as well before, So learning to love, for me, as path, the Creator of the heavens and the earth, boss, I feel like it's leading me towards it. Says, yes, you can love God, but can you love God's creation? Can you love what God has created? Our friends, family, our enemies, our environment, our universe, Mother Earth, Father Sky. Can we love all this creation that's around us? And what does it mean when you are in the practice of being loved, when you are being loved, and there's all these things that are harming the things that you love, and what that results in you doing for the sake of love? There's a touch that people burning themselves alive because they are protesting for what they love. That's powerful stuff. What love can make people do. So I don't want to touch too much on the negative sides, because you just want to align first, but we need a balanced mind, all right? Because people who have that limerence, that obsessive kind of love, who end up killing other people. I just read an article, what happened in Mpumalanga. Read it on Facebook by Musa Matebula Stories something, and I think it was a 42-year-old man who killed his spouse's parents and shot his spouse. And the whole situation coming from disagreements and all of that stuff. And we know this occurring concepts where people in love killing their partners, and it's like even me being in a state or being in situations where I found myself being a bit abusive, harsh, physically, verbally, with my thoughts, with my emotions, and it's like, no, that's not love, right? If you can love somebody and they don't love you back, you need to accept that. It's the world that we live in, right? But we see this happening on a daily basis. When you love somebody, you must be willing to let them go. They don't love you, they don't love you. It's hard, it's painful. Yes, it hurts, but it doesn't mean that you have to kill the person you claim to love, right? So, from history and its examples of love and people being loved and the consequences of that, and looking at the future now, if we love our world, what are we willing to do? What are we willing to be in order for us to change it for the better? It starts with changing us, changing myself. So this journey to finding true love, each one teach one. Comment below, let me know what you guys think. If you'd like me to share your experiences and remain anonymous, just email me, send me a DM. I'll keep you anonymous and I'll share in the next video. Love as a being love in motion, affecting everything that's around you, touching love, hearing love, seeing love, protecting love. There's so many aspects about love as a being. Tell me what you guys think and how we can break it down a little bit further. But for me, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, love, and light. And as always, better subscribe, better comment, better share, better like, better participate. And ultimately, I love you. Thank you for watching.